gaming used to be better. I'm sure it's something you've heard pretty often. You ever wonder why that is? Like, why do we feel that way? Why do we feel that gaming used to be such a magic-filled endeavor? Recently, I've gotten to thinking about it a lot and wondering why it is that I feel that way. Like, what's missing from gaming? Where's the magic? Why did I feel like there used to be magic? And I was able to come up with four reasons. I'm sure there's more than four reasons, but these ones feel like the most important ones. So let's talk for a little bit. All right, so the first reason is infrequency. I don't know about you, but it's not like my parents showered me with video games. It's not like I got home from school one day and they were like, damn, you walked all the way home, here's a video game. Or, hey, I noticed you had a little less shit on your underwear today, so you know what that means. But anyway, the infrequency is what made it so special. But on top of that, when you even got to choose a game, all you had to go off of was what was on the front cover and what was on the back of the cover. And that just kind of added to it. The mystique added to the experience. But that same lottery-ass system would just make it sometimes so that you went home with the shittiest game. Like one time when I was at the store as a kid, I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, that game looks so cool. Because it had Superman on the cover. It just ended up being a cum fart. Also, there was a good amount of time where games just didn't match the fucking cover art. Like, it looked one way, you get home, you play the game, it's not like that whatsoever. And then you still force yourself to play the game. You still force yourself to play the game because it's going to be a while before you can even get another one. And sometimes you force yourself to play the game because you want to convince yourself that the decision you made wasn't the incorrect one. You wanted to convince yourself that this thing didn't just seep out of somebody's anal glands. Unless that was just me, you let me know. And now you can just kind of go buy whatever you want most of the time. Most of us, I feel like if you just want something, you go get it or you research it pretty thoroughly. But anyway, let's move on. Reason number two. Reason number two. And that's schoolyard rumors. You know how much crazy shit I heard during recess? You're walking by a group of kids and all you hear is, all right, here's what you got to do. You got to turn an N64 on a Tuesday. Then you got to take off your pants, dick out, keep your shirt on, beat the entirety of Mario 64. Then you'll unlock Luigi. Just imagine in front of the TV, dick swinging in the air, furiously trying to beat Mario 64. But yeah, man, it was a beautiful time to be alive. And there's all sorts of rumors too. Like, for example, button combos to catch Pokemon better. The Mew truck. Unlocking Toad and Melee. That shit was kind of funny. I wish that were true. And I can go on forever. But talking about races, that really brings some memories back. Like, one day I walk out into recess and I just see this fucking multitude of children just huddled up together. People screaming and laughing and wheeling and dealing and arguing. I go up to a random group of these kids and I see what they're doing and I lost my fucking titties. There was Pokemons on cards. So naturally, I start bumming them. I start trading my cards up and I end up going home with a Blastoise and a Venusaur and a grip of other cards. It was definitely a sight to behold. You just had to be there. Okay, for reason 3, I'm going to cheat a little bit and I'm going to smash together midnight releases and game reveals. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like game reveals used to have this just palpable hype surrounding them. I don't know, I miss that and I don't really know how to put it into words per se, but you know, as an example, a year after Wind Waker releases, Nintendo has this like really aggressive reaction to how people receive Toon Link. So, at E3 in 04, they reveal Twilight Princess, and that shit was just so cool. Like, the reaction was so sweet.
But before you leave, I'd like you to step inside one more world for Nintendo GameCube.
Or when Bungie reveals the gameplay trailer for Halo 2. Shit was amazing.
Premiere in-game demo of Halo 2.
It took 2 in the nose, then dropped into the atmosphere.
Who was first contact?
405th out of Diego Garcia.
But also, if you were around for the tech jumps, like when you first saw a game in 3D, you were like, holy shit, there's no way this can get better. But that was so funny when you see like Mario 64 for the first time or anything on the PlayStation. We're like, holy fuck, this looks real. And don't even get me started on midnight releases. Now that shit was awesome. I remember the hype surrounding the Halo 3 midnight release. I was just there in line with a bunch of other dorks waiting for the first minute of the next day to have our video game. It was just awesome, man. Walking out of GameStop with my Legendary Edition and people cheering, that was beautiful. Or my fond memories of sitting outside of GameStop for the midnight release of Super Smash Bros. Brawl with my younger brother, just being around for the in-store tournament. And it was just it was an awesome time, and I do miss them. It's a waste of time, but I miss them. How was I supposed to know I was living the good old days? The last reason is ignorance. I know that sounds kind of funny, so let me explain myself a little bit. When you were younger and you played video games, games were whimsical. You didn't understand that games had limitations or that the game was going to stop you. It's like it was boundless. It was infinite. Anything was possible. I would think that if only I could get past this invisible wall, there was something more. Or why isn't the game letting me explore the rest of the world that I can see past this knee-high barrier? But that ignorance comes with a lot of downsides. I wouldn't give up my growth. I wouldn't give up my experiences. And I know that sometimes it's hard to be happy with the here and now. Over time, life happens, and it just likes to fist you at the worst possible moments. You get jaded. That imagination you used to carry just becomes gray and realistic. And you start to think that maybe yesterday was better than today. But to be honest, it's up to you to nourish that childlike wonder. Happiness needs to be sought after. It has to be something that you put effort towards. And that's okay. Change is needed. Those days of sitting in front of the CRT are gone. And I know that the realities of life are extremely glaring, that responsibilities have set in, but it's possible to be better today than you were yesterday. It's possible to feel alive again. You're an adult. We're adults that need whimsical nourishment. You're an adult that can still find magic in video games. That's it. Like me, subscribe. Here's last week's video.